Good afternoon, guys. Firstly, Happy New Year to every one of you. And I'm making this video just to give you an update on actually where I've been for the last few months. Unfortunately, the back end of October last year, I suffered a heart attack. I'm only in my 40s, so I'm not particularly old. It's come as a massive shock to me and my family. And in all honesty, I haven't been well for the last few months. However, the last few weeks, I've started to feel a bit better. So I need to get back on with my life, and that will involve creating content for platforms such as Sorare. Now, I'm fully aware there's been a lot of updates on Sorare, and I've got to be honest, I've only started looking into it recently. The main one being the F threshold being linked or capped to 240 points over your 5 players. Personally, I don't particularly like it, but I understand why Sorare have done it, because in my opinion, it's been far too easy for people just to win $50 every game week for hitting 250 points. So, like I said, I understand why Sorare have done it, but I don't particularly like it personally. So that has made me think of changing my philosophy, my strategy on Sorare completely. Now, as a lot of you will know, I started Sorare a few years back. I made unbelievable returns purely through luck by being on the platform early and then the platform exploding. Give you a few examples. I was buying goalkeepers for 40 quid that are going now for like 2 grand plus. In my opinion, those returns aren't there anymore on Sorare. That's not to say you can't make money off Sorare at this moment in time, because I believe you can. However, I believe the returns I was making on Sorare back in the day, they're not, like I said, they're not available to me on Sorare now. So I've decided to invest a lot of my money into crypto in the hope the next bull run it goes crazy, and like I said, hopefully I'll make some good life-changing returns. So rare now. I am going to concentrate on limited cards. Like you can see, I've got 29 rare cards left. I'm selling them, and then I'm just going to plow that money back into limited cards in the hope to try and get a few decent limited teams in all regions: America, Europe, champion Europe, challenger Europe, whatever they all are, in the hope I can build some decent teams. And the hope is one game week they all click and I win a decent reward. But this is mainly now not a money making platform for me. I've always loved the concept of Sorare. I've been critical of Sorare at times, justifiably so in my opinion, but I do genuinely think there's no platform like it out there, and I'm addicted to it. So I'm not going to come off Sorare, but this is more of a fun exercise now, and if I can win anything decent, then happy days. The reason I've concentrated on limiteds, because like I said, I believe with this capped 240 points for the threshold, I think you're going to be buying cards more often than not, because if one of your two of your players hits good form, they're going to be over that cap, which is going to, you know, make you go out and buy another player. So I don't want to be doing that on rares because of the cost. Limited, they're far cheaper, so it's more accessible for me to do that, and that's the only reason I'm concentrating on limited. And also the announcement, in my opinion, from what I've read, Sorare seem to be focusing more on the limiteds than any other scarcity. So that's that's ultimately why I'm doing it. My gallery, as you can see here, is worth about 1,600 quid. About 1,200, 1,300 quid of that is locked up in rares. So the hope is I sell them all and I can plough all that back into limiteds, and get some competitive teams. I'm not going to be fucking going nuts buying limited cards that are 300-400 quid, because I think it's fucking ridiculous, if I'm being honest. Um, I'm just going to look for players who score well or decent, and they've got decent averages, And like I said, hopefully 1 week they all click and score well and put me in a position to win a good reward. So that's the plan. For this game week, I've managed to sell a few rares, so I've bought 2 limited teams. There's my all-star one. I've still got a rare team at this moment in time, but that will obviously go. You can see they're not my all-star limited. None of them are household names, they're not superstars, but they all score relatively well. The Challenger Europe, exactly the same. None of them are what I would call household names, but they all score decent and they've all got good averages. So hopefully, you never know. If they all click, who knows where you could finish. So that's the plan. I started buying a few American lads for the MLS that starts next month. So I need to get a goalkeeper and a good striker in America for the MLS. I then obviously, when I sell more rares, I can try and get a champion, whatever that bloody thing is called, Champion Europe. Get a team there. So hopefully I will have 4 competitive limited teams going in most game weeks. I think Sorare have done really well with these drafts, these beta drafts for the La Liga, the Bundesliga, where it's completely free to play and you can win cards of value, limited cards. For me, even though I've been critical of this F threshold, I think there's a clear progression path now for people. There always has been, in my opinion, with this $50 that was relatively easy to win, in my opinion, through the thresholds. They've done it a different way, but I can see a clear path for progression now. So that's good for me, and something that Sorare should be applauded for. So that's really where I'm at this moment. I just wanted to keep you informed that I am still alive and well. So we'll see how these teams get on this week. I'm scouting for players who are playing in Russia because their season don't kick off back until March, so they're a lot cheaper. Austria don't kick off until next month again. So I'm just looking to pick up bargains. Like I said, I'm not going to be spending silly money on limited cards because, in my opinion, there's too many of them in circulation. But saying that, I think there is value in them if you can pick them up at the right price. Sorare seem to be creating leagues and everything like that, so you've got full use of them. So, like I said, my plan is just to get as many limited teams I can get out, so I can have 4, 5, 6 sides out every game week. So it's a bit of interest for me. So that's it, really, guys. Just wanted to let you know what was going on. Whatever you decide to do, this isn't financial advice. This is just the way I'm going along with things. Please do your own research, and the best of luck to you, whatever you decide to do. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.